Hey everybody, welcome to episode 8. Yeah,
Oh,
we're in episode 8
so
already.
hey, good to see all of you.
Um, yeah, happy to see you. Welcome to Live Well and Educate. We are so appreciative of all the support we've gotten. We had some listeners send some questions in, so I'm excited to talk about those. One of those later as a topic of our episode today.
Yeah, so if you're enjoying what we're doing, if you like the pod, you like the YouTube broadcast, please give us a like, smash the like button, and share the podcast with your local gas station clerk.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Share
Okay.
somebody at the gas station
I
and
hope
start spreading it. They probably know an educator that needs some help too. So,
everyone
mm-hmm.
knows an educator. I feel like
I
everyone's
know.
like, oh, my aunt's sister's daughter, I guess that'd be cousin,
Yeah,
is an educator, right?
yeah.
Like, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Just share it. So they might be like, "Oh, this is cool," and give it to somebody else. The next thing you know, boom, we're everywhere,
yeah,
and
great.
we're helping everybody. That's
Good
right.
idea.
That's the plan. So share it. Gas station clerk, share it.
Love it.
All right. So what's up with the heart shirt in or maybe Valentine's shirt in November? The clocks just fell back an hour last night. Here we are. It's cold today and
Rainy and dark.
rainy and dark, and I'm feeling the love.
Yeah, I am too. I know it's a little out of my norm, but um, it's been it's been a heavy weekend for our community, and my heart is hurting. Um, and I can't do anything else to help at this point. And to make things better for anyone who's going through what they're going through. And I just felt like wearing my heart shirt just to show my love.
Yeah.
Um,
You got a big
yeah,
heart too.
thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And I know this week, I'll be in counselor mode and ready to support, and I'm happy to do that. And I love doing that. It's obviously my passion, but I had to take a day today just to feel all the feels. Um, and I did. I called you. Where were you? In the middle of Dunham's?
No, I was in Meyer, picking up cupcakes for Maddox's birthday party.
Oh yeah, yeah. I called Phil in the middle of. He was in the middle of the store running errands with Lucy, and just kind of let it all out. And I just felt like we talked about last time. Like I felt like I was ready to burst, and I did a workout, and I got home, and I still didn't feel better, and the tears started flowing. Probably one of the most romantic things that Phil has ever done. I haven't told you this yet. Is afterwards. So I just called him and he just listened, and he was great and let me cry. And then after he texted me and said, "Great job completing the stress cycle." I was like, it was amazing. It was so romantic.
That's good. I
I'm
didn't.
kind of nerdy, I
It's
know.
totally nerdy. I almost meant like sent a smiley laughing emoji, and I was like, no, I'll see how she responds first.
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, thank
Good.
you for that.
You're welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what topic do we have today?
So Alyssa sent us a question, and she was asking. She said that she'll have parents email at all hours of the day, 24/7, and has had parents frustrated with her when she doesn't respond in what they feel is a timely manner, which is like basically right away. And she's wondering how to set the tone at the beginning of the year so you can set those expectations and not have parents frustrated with you if you're not getting back to them as quickly as they would like.
Yeah, it's a problem. I mean, the world that we live in right now, instant gratification. A world that you can pick up your phone, you can pick up a little computer in your pocket and get every answer to everything that you want immediately. A lot of parents want that answer to whatever's going on with their kid at school. So whether it be trying to figure out what to bring for Johnny's Halloween party or what little Sarah didn't do well on her on their spelling test or spelling homework. Like they want those answers right away. So yeah, I could see that. It's definitely quite frustrating and can be.
So what do you do? Like, what have you done um, to set the tone or as a response to parents?
Yeah, so I think it's important, like you said, set the tone early in the year, right off the bat. So like in my welcome letter, I'm very clear and explicit about like, hey, when I'm at home after I leave after I leave school, like that is my family time. So if it's after 3:30, like you will not receive an email or you will not receive a response from me to an email. And even if I do happen to look at emails on my phone, I'm probably just going to look at it and read it and like, okay, and then press the leave as unread, because it's like I am able to separate that. I try not to open up my email when I leave after school because then I may see something from a parent that might eat at me and just keep picking away at my brain. So I try to stay away from it. Um, but yeah, I think like laying those boundaries out early in the school year and then sticking to them are super important. And parents might not like them or might not like the boundaries, but if you tell them right up front and you stick to that throughout the year, there's not really much that they can say. Um, but I also, a caveat to that, I think it's important because I think a lot of educators do check their email late at night or have the push notifications on and they feel their phone buzz and they look at it, is that if you are going to ask for those boundaries or request those boundaries, you stick to it. So if you check your email at 7 o'clock at night and a parent wants something and you respond at 7 o'clock at night, they'll know and expect
Mm-hmm.
that you're willing to reply to them or get back to their emails. So I think you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you are answering emails late at night because parents might come to expect it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And there's a cool feature on Gmail, which I think most people use, and probably on other email platforms. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's exactly I think what you would call it. Maybe.
where you can like schedule a send
Oh yeah,
email. So like,
send later type of thing and
yeah,
tell it what time to do it.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So like, if you're someone that wants to check off the box and wants to clear your inbox, and 7:30 at night is the time to do it after you put your baby to bed, you can always schedule it for the next morning so
Yeah,
that parents don't receive it and then they're not expecting. So you're checking it off your to-do list, but also, um, like you said, sticking with those boundaries you set
yeah,
at
and
the
they're
beginning of
not
the year.
again, they're not seeing you reply late at night and
Mm-hmm.
then therefore come to expect you to reply late at night because some people are unreasonable. And there are a lot of people that in their job they're checking their email all day long. They don't have any boundaries, so why should you have any boundaries? So they'd come to expect that from you also. So yeah, again, setting the boundaries early and sticking to them, I think is super important. And they might not love it, but they don't have to love everything that you do.
Yeah. Okay, so you keep saying setting the boundaries, and you said in your welcome letter,
Mm-hmm.
like what specifically do you? I'm thinking of like me as a first year teacher. I would have no idea what to say to parents.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
what specifically would you say? Like if you had to write a script right now for first year teachers, what would you say?
Well, I don't know if it's so much of a script as like at the bottom on your signature or near the end, like, hey, if you wanna contact me, here's my email address, and here are the times that you can expect a reply from me
Mm-hmm.
during school hours or 30 minutes before and after school hours is a reasonable time that you could expect to hear back from me.
Okay.
Like it just again black and white. If you leave wiggle room, parents will expect wiggle room. Like they're not a whole lot different than their children. Where if you're not explicit with them, then they will come to expect a little bit more, or they will find a loophole if you leave one open.
Okay. And then
Does that make
okay,
sense?
it makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that at the
Just at
bottom.
the
If you want
bottom.
to get a hold of me, here are the hours, like
Yeah.
office hours, like your professors had in our professors had in college or whatever, right? Like,
Right.
here are the times where I'm available.
I think we've come to expect the easiest form of communication between parents and teachers is email. Right. So at the end of the welcome letter, I'm saying, hey, if you need something from me, send me an email. Boom. These are the times that you can expect a reply. Like, boom. That's all it's going to be. No more, no less.
Yeah. Okay. So you put that in your welcome letter, and then February comes, and then the parents forget
Mm-hmm.
that it was in the welcome letter and say, I emailed you this morning and I still haven't heard back from you. And it's 2:30 in the afternoon. What do you say to that?
So I think it's okay to just tell a parent, yep, I've been busy here teaching this third grade classroom, or I've been busy here teaching ninth grade English. Haven't had an opportunity to sit down and craft an email back to you, but I do my best to get back to parents within 24 or 48 hours would be I think an acceptable thing you could say to parents, or I do the best that I can to get back to you in a reasonable time. So here's my response.
Yeah. Could you reference the welcome letter to
Good.
like as I stated in my welcome letter at the beginning of the year, here are my office hours, something like that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Is that passive aggressive? I don't really know
Well, I
what
mean,
your thoughts are.
are you saying that you should? I
I
mean,
don't
I think that
know.
I absolutely, I think that it's okay. Like, hey, um, if they're frustrated with you, I think it's okay to defend yourself a little bit. I think parents need to be held accountable a little bit also. Like, you can't come at me and expect something unreasonable out of me. Like, I'm a person as well. I'm a professional. I've always had that stance with parents that I'm not going to let them treat me like I'm dirt. And I know that's not as easy for a lot of people to do. But I think if you can craft it in a articulate way, absolutely you can say, hey, I just ask that you respect the fact that I'm going to answer emails for 30 minutes before school and then 30 minutes after school. And if I don't have the opportunity to get to all the emails, I'm going to try to do it the next day. If you have any questions, you can refer to the welcome letter that I gave at the beginning of the year. Or if you have like a school website, you can refer to your school website, or a weekly newsletter that maybe you have that in a little blurb at the bottom of your newsletter that you're sending to parents. So like whatever you have to communicate with parents, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to keep that information in there so they see it over and over again, and do it to kind of cover your ass again as well. So you can be like, hey, I let you know this every week, or I have it on my website that you can look at every day. Don't be coming at me saying that I'm not doing my job. I am. Sorry that I'm not fulfilling exactly what you want. But I got a lot of shit going on, and answering your email right now isn't always number one on my priority list. That little matrix that you did with priorities and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because it probably isn't, and it shouldn't be, because you have 25 seniors sitting in front of you trying to do calculus, and you're trying to teach them how to solve for x and whatever. I'm not a calculus teacher, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. You're trying to teach them, and the last thing that you're thinking about is answering a question from a parent at that time. And then all of a sudden the principal pops in and asks you to sub in your prep. You're not in front of your computer, you can't get to your email, and after that prep's over, you go back and you have another class to teach. So jumping on email and answering them is not always appropriate, and it's not going to happen always in the time that the parents want it.
Right. Right. I remember I worked with a teacher who had a sign on her door. It was in high school, which I want to ask you about in a minute. And it said, your lack of planning doesn't constitute my emergency, or
Your
something like
emergency,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I do.
yeah. And I love that. And it's like, sometimes I want to say that to some parents. I know we can't say it in that exact way, but
Yeah, or
it's nice to feel empowered that you can.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it helps when, if you do say something like that, like in a respectful manner,
Right.
right? Like if you can get some support from your administration also, right? Like,
Sure.
I mean, they're there. They are there to somewhat insulate you and help the teachers teach kids and not have to deal with that bullshit from parents. Like the kids' piss poor planning shouldn't turn into the teacher's emergency,
Emergency.
right? Because all of a sudden it turns into the parent's emergency, and then it's the teacher's problem, and the teacher's an ass if they don't answer the email right away, right? Like
Yeah.
I I've felt that as a teacher, you know, like I can tell you it was one of the first couple of years I was here teaching fifth grade, assign a social studies project where the students need to build a Native American dwelling, where they can build a teepee, a wigwam, you name it. I assign it, give it 2 weeks, give the kids the piece of paper, the rubric. Hey, write the date that it's due on there. It's all done at home. You're doing the research here at school. You take it home. You're gonna do everything there. Date, all on it. Put it on. I do a homework blog every day where after school, really quick, each subject I write down what we did, what's due the following day, so parents can pull it up and see what they can hold their kids accountable for. And then I can always direct my parents there, like, hey, that was on the blog. That's not on me. You're like, did your kid write that down in their planner? No. Okay. Well, you can check on the blog and see that. Anyways, so I put on that on the blog, Native American Project due November 15th. And then we're working on it, all the things. Fast forward to the night of November 14th, the day before it's due. A parent gives me a nasty email. How can you just assign this to my kid? Blah, 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 blah. So I go to school, open up my email, see this. This is on the day that it's due. And I'm like, whoa. So I can, so then I crafted an email, pointed that parent back to my homework blogs, like, hey, look, this 10 days ago or 2 weeks ago is when I assigned it. And it says when it was due. Check your son's piece of paper, the rubric that says when it's due also. So, you know, just having some guardrails, some safeguards in place to be able to defend yourself or support yourself.
Right. Okay. So that leads into my question, because this was this big project that this kid had been working on in school,
Mm-hmm.
and fifth grade, right? So 10, 11 years old. And there's parent has a responsibility. They have a part in it to help, right? Like the kid can't drive and can't get their own supplies, yada yada. Like the parent plays a part. But the kid also has a responsibility to communicate that home and give
Absolutely,
the
they do.
rubric, right? So then, like, what does that look like? Let's say for a junior in high school, and you have a parent that continues to email about their grade or about missing work or you name it. Where does the responsibility lie, and how do you communicate um, to parents that actually it's the child's responsibility? Like, I want to talk to the child about their missing work, right? They're 17 years
Mm-hmm.
old. You get where I'm going?
Yeah, I'll answer that here in just a moment after this break.
Okay.
All right, we're back. So, just want to ask, how do you? So you're asking me, how do you communicate to the parents, like, hey, we need to pass some of this responsibility off to your 16-year-old. Like
Yeah.
for crying out loud, your son can drive a car right now, and you are the one chasing down their missing assignments.
Yes.
Yeah, not easily. I mean, it can be. It should be black and white. I but again, I'm trying to paint this in a way that it should be easily done for any teacher, any first year teacher. Um, I think just being honest and open, like, hey, uh, I appreciate you reaching out to me about Billy's missing assignment. However, I would like to hear from Billy on his missing chapter 3 2 notes, right? Like, I want to talk to Billy about this. Please have Billy ask me about it. And again, I think if parents have a problem with that, it should be reasonable to expect your administration to support you on that if parents are going to lose their mind on it. I mean, I also think at that point, it's okay to talk to Billy as well. Like, hey, your mom is asking me about your notes. Like, do you have your notes? Yeah. Well, why aren't you talking to me about this? Like, you're 16 years old. This is your responsibility. Like, can you and I have a conversation about your notes and how you are going to turn them in, or when you're going to turn them in, or what grade you received on them, rather than me only hearing from your mom. Like, school is your job. This is your responsibility. You're not going to have somebody looking after you forever.
Right.
What,
Right. And I think like the teacher going back to the student is an important piece of it. Like you said, you know, you email mom and say, I want to hear from Billy, and then leave it at that, then you're just kind of not taking really any part in the conversation. But I think you going back out to Billy, reaching back out to Billy, and kind of like forming that triangle of communication basically is an important piece of it. Like, hey, I want to hear from you. This is what I told your mom, just so you know. I think that's great.
yeah, and I think regardless of the reason, maybe Billy is super spoiled and has a snowblower parent or a helicopter parent, and he's never had to.
Wait, everybody's heard of a helicopter parent. What is a snowblower parent?
Oh, you don't know what a snowblower parent is?
No.
Okay, so snowblower parents.
We do live in the UP.
We do live in
Remember,
the UP.
so like,
I mean, you could call it a snowblower parent, a snowplow parent. You got to think about snow. Even if you live in Florida, think about snow as it like hampering or hindering your path forward, right? Like, you got a foot of snow on the road in front of you. Somebody needs to plow that in order for you to continue to travel forward. So a snow blower parent or snow plow parent are parents that are clearing the path for their children. They're making their lives easier, right? They're doing everything for them. They're not necessarily the ones that are always following, looking around, making sure that everything's done correctly. These are parents that are making life easy for their kid, right? And they're doing them a disservice because challenges in life are what prepare kids and children for being successful in life, right? And if those challenges are taken away, kids don't know how to fail, right? And ultimately failure is going to come. So yes, snowblower parent.
did you make that up?
No, I actually heard it. I think it was on a TED talk or something like that. I should look it up so I can give them credit. But somewhere in my master's program, I heard snowblower parent.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's good.
And like, I feel like these days it fits better than helicopter parent.
Right.
Because like, again, parents really like some parents, right? Like, they're not all like, some parents really think that it's beneficial for their kid to make things easier for them, right? Because then they don't have to, as parents, deal with those challenges also. Because it's hard when your kids are struggling. It's hard when your kids don't have friends. It's hard when your kids are struggling to read and do math. Like, that's terrible. But if you're making every effort possible to make your children's life easier and they don't struggle, I think sometimes it makes parents feel successful.
Right. Right. They have that control, and I'm doing what I can to help my kid. Um, Sometimes the best you can do is step back
Step back.
let your kid fail.
Let them fall on their face. See if they can pick themselves up.
Yep.
Because at some point, no matter what happens, okay, this is, I mean, obviously, if you're watching or listening to this, you know this. But at some point, they're going to fall on their face, whether it's when they're 10 years old or 30 years old. Like, they're going to have to be able to pick themselves up. So, yeah, what was I talking about when you asked me about snowblower parent? I think just like dealing high schoolers and dealing with their parents, right? And you having that communication with the kid, whatever type of parent they have, and you're communicating with them, Billy and his notes, right? I think that's what it was. Yeah, if you're communicating with him like, hey, I care about you getting your notes in just as much as your mom does, right? Like the problem is your mom and I care more than you do. Like so, like this needs to be between you and me, Billy. Like this isn't your parent. You're 16 years old. Let's try to get it done. And I think starting to build that relationship and show them that you care, and we can start to box mom out of the equation a little bit. I think would be ideal. I mean, it's not foolproof, right? Like every situation is different. But again, I think communication and being honest, like, hey, mom, we're not doing Billy any favors here by emailing his parent for him. Okay. Like it's not helping him. Maybe it's helping him go from a D to a C in this class, but that's not going to prepare him going forward.
Right. And something I used to do too, and I know it's not always feasible. I know that 100%. But if a kid was in real trouble academically, and the parent was emailing and it wasn't getting through to the kid, I'd have them both come in. The parent or parents or guardian or whatever adult was in charge of that kid, we would all come in. And then everyone was on the same page. Everyone heard the same message.
Like this was when mom's like, I want to meet with you about Jimmy and his grades.
Yeah, I would have the kid, well, okay, Jimmy's going to be a part of the conversation. Then.
Right. Right.
And I think like even younger than junior in high school.
Oh yeah.
Like they're the kid we're talking about. Like they should be the main focus and the main character in the conversation, I think.
Right. It's kind of like as kids get older, they should be involved in their own IEPs, right?
Right.
It's like, hey, we're setting up these accommodations, these goals for you. Like it's your responsibility now to advocate for yourself and make sure that these accommodations are being provided for you. Right. Yeah. So I agree. I like that. Bringing the kid involved or bringing the kid in, getting the kid involved. It's super important. Super important.
Right. So that's just like another way to approach it because I get trying to like box mom out. I 100% get that. But if mom is like not going anywhere and you're not able to box her out, then all right, you can be as involved as you want, but Jimmy's also going to be just as involved.
Yeah. And expect Jimmy to be involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not easy though. Like that, like in some of those, like, and that is really challenging. And that could be, I could see that being as challenging and frustrating as just the helicopter parent for a kindergartner, right? Like, like terribly frustrating.
Yeah.
Like no shit, your kid cries every day when you drop him off because you give him everything that he wants at home.
Yeah. Well, that's not the reason, but I know.
No, but I'm talking about the helicopter parent. Yeah.
Yes.
I know some kids just cry, but like there's a helicopter parent. Yeah, that's like you're not a bad parent if your kid cries when you drop them off at school. I want to be clear. Some kids just cry, but
some kids just cry. They get over it.
They do eventually.
They get over it. Yeah.
Eventually, and especially they get over it probably quicker when they don't get everything they want at home. Also.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
right?
I would agree. Okay, last thing is you had mentioned something, and I don't think we've talked about it in the podcast yet. About like, okay, so parents email you 24/7. So a parent emails you at 11 o'clock at night. Like, maybe that's okay sometimes because maybe that parent works a different shift, right? So like, I think it's important for us to keep that in mind because I used to get annoyed when parents would email at all hours, but that was when I had my notifications on.
Right.
So a simple fix to that is turn your notifications off.
Boom! Turn that shit off.
Yep. Set your boundaries for when your emails come through or remind or whatever mode of communication you use.
Even like text messages. I've heard of teachers giving out their phone numbers to parents.
Which is your own personal preference, right? We have our opinions on that, whatever.
But turning that off, right?
Yeah. And then like like some people have almost like FOMO if they turn it off, but it does get easier to be able to just catch up on them the next day.
Yeah.
It's important so then you're not like and then if one of those emails that come through is at 11 o'clock and it's a pissed off parent, how are you supposed to sleep that night?
Right.
So it's
You're not
saving
going to
you
sleep.
from that too. You're not going to.
And then you're going to be not going to be the best version of yourself the next day. Like, and let's imagine that it was something that you could have done better, which happens all the time, right? Like you're going to feel even worse about it. You already know that you made a mistake. It's not helping anything.
Right.
It's not. And it'll still be there when you wake up.
Yep. Turn the notifications off.
Yeah, turn them off. I don't know. Can you like set it so they only come through at a certain time?
Yeah, you can. I don't know how to do that, but I know there is a way to do it.
I bet AI can help you find it out.
AI. Yeah. Google.
Google. Yeah. Some of those helicopter parents probably could tell you how to do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they can. Who knows?
All right. Well, that's it for today.
Yeah. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and give us a review, and share our podcast with the local gas station clerk.
That's your challenge for this week.
Yeah, just share it. Hey, did you check this out? Check it out.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. You got this.
We got you. See you later.
Good night.
Bye.